Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. Getting ready to sell a house is a massive undertaking, and if you're like most people, it can also be really emotionally charged and emotionally filled. So in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the 7 emotional stages of selling a house so you know what to expect and how best to prepare yourself as you get ready to let go of the home you've built so many great memories in. My name is Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. For reference, I upload 6 days a week, so be sure to tap the bell icon to get notified of the very next video. Thank you. Okay, so let's look at this and let's take a little bit of a deeper look into the 7 emotions that you're likely to experience as you get ready to sell your home. Now, the first step is actually, or the first stage is actually getting excited. You're in that excitement phase. You have already found your great trusted real estate advisor, and for more information about how to select and choose a real estate advisor, I'll go ahead and pop the card up right now so you can take a look at that after watching this video. So anyways, you've already done that. You're already getting ready to go on the market. You've determined the price, and now you're going into the marketing side of it. So the excitement period is just ramping up. Okay, we're really doing this. We really are going on the market. We really are selling our home so that we can get our next home, or whatever the situation may be that you're doing, which moves into stage number 2. Stage number 2 is actually the optimism phase. So in the optimism phase, that's whenever you start seeing all the marketing come to a head. That's when you're seeing like staging and the preparation come to a head. Before you have the professional photographer there, you should have been chatting with your trusted real estate advisor about any kind of furniture placement that needs to be adjusted, or decluttering and depersonalizing of the house before you call in the photographer to get the professional photos done. But this is the time that you're optimistic. You're getting everything show ready. Everything is going to be put in the best light possible. You're getting ready to put your best foot forward so that you can get a buyer to buy your home and marry that 30-year mortgage that comes along with it in many cases, right? So this is really exciting. So as you prep and as you stage, there's another tool that you could actually use too. If you're thinking, hey, you know, I don't know if I have the right kind of stuff for staging or not, then you can use a site called padstyler.com. I'll put the link down below along with the referral code to give you a bit of a discount if you use them. And what they do is they actually will do virtual staging on your property. So it's pretty handy, especially if you're like getting ready to, maybe you've already moved out of the house and you're selling it vacant. It can help put furniture placement in it so that a buyer can better see the space and the size of the property and what it looks like. Or if maybe you just want to use the virtual staging service just because you want to be able to shift things around in the room, make it appeal more to buyers, you can do that too. A lot cheaper than traditional home staging, but either staging service, either virtual or traditional, will go a long ways to helping you get your home sold, okay? That takes you into stage number 3. Now, stage number 3, after the prep is done, right? Now we're starting talking about the intrusiveness phase, or where it's like a hectic pace. And what do I mean when I say like intrusiveness and hectic pace? After you've done the prep, after you've done the staging, now you're on the market, and now buyers are coming into your new home. With viewings happening regularly, the pressure of keeping the house looking perfect at all times can actually be tough and cause its own type of stress. You're looking to minimize clutter, put away excess personal mementos to help attract the right buyer into your home. And it doesn't, this is normally the point whenever I work with sellers, they're telling me it doesn't feel like home anymore, Andrew. You know, we've had to take out all of our personal effects. We've had to declutter it. We're trying to keep it looking like a model home. It just doesn't feel like a home anymore. It just feels like a house, and that's okay. Well, the idea here is to get somebody else to believe that that is going to become their new home, and it's absolutely okay. So just be prepared for that emotion, because it is kind of interesting when you're living there and then you start having like a disassociative behavior with the house where you're like, I don't really feel like this is mine anymore. I feel like it's somebody else's. It's a normal feeling, and if that's what you're experiencing right now, it's okay. Just take a breath. It won't last forever, because going into step number 4, you start bringing in the celebration and jubilation. Because now you're starting to get the offers coming in, either a offer or maybe you got multiple offers coming in on your property, right? So now you're like, oh, finally, it's already happened, right? Finally, we got the offers in it, and now it's time to get excited again. And it's okay to be excited about it. Now we're going to start looking at the negotiations after you negotiate that offer, and that's normally where you go from the excitement of getting the offer right into step number 5, where it's kind of like becoming a worrywart, or a little bit of endless worry, if you will. It's anxiety is really what it is. You're like, okay, they offered us, let's say your house is $500,000, and like, hey, they offered us $495. You're like, should we counter? Should we accept? You know, what exactly should we do here? Is the appraisal going to come in at $495? So many different questions, and you're like, and then now in the back of your mind, this is normally the point where you start thinking about, oh, okay, if we accept this offer and we move into the buyer due diligence phase, they're going to do the home inspection, they're going to do the appraisal. Did we do all of our home maintenance appointments this year, and you start scratching your head and wondering now, did we do it all? So at this point, I would go ahead and share with you, it's always extremely prudent to do a home pre-inspection prior to going on the market. I'll go ahead and pop up that card right now too, so that you have it to refer back to after watching this video. But this is normally the endless worry phase, is when you're in the negotiations, buyer due diligence phase, waiting for the home appraisal to come back. It's quite normal. So this is actually early on, normally sometime between the 1st and 15th day of the closing process, that these feelings will creep in. It's okay, and everything's going to be all right. It's just part of the process to getting your home sold. So then that takes us into stage 6, which is actually uplifting and the elation stage, where you're like, okay, we have now passed the buyer due diligence. We've now passed the home inspection. We've already negotiated the repairs that were needed, made the appropriate repairs, and the home appraisal is ideally done at this point, and you know that your valuation's good. So now for the next 2 to 3 weeks throughout the closing process, you're kind of like on the back 9, if you will. If we want to use like a golfing analogy, you're on the back 9 holes. It just gets easier, it's smooth sailing, and now is whenever you start you're just excited. You're like now really starting to visualize yourself in the new home. Maybe you're making offers on your new home. Maybe you're under contract in your new home, or maybe you're just moving somewhere in general and you wanted to sell this property before going out and moving. And now this is when you start getting that feeling of just sheer excitement and joy, because you're ready and you know everything's on track to close, and you have a definitive closing date on the mark, on the calendar. Oh, we won't be here anymore in 3 weeks, in 21 days, let's say. New people are living here, and it's quite normal. So it's really good to be at that point. Now, whenever you go from that point to the stage 7, you're looking at like the last major push before a closing date. That last major push is normally very, very frantic. It's very, very hectic, because you're setting signing appointments with the title company. If you're in an attorney state, you're making appointments with the attorney, review all the documents and get everything signed, right? And you're also at the same time, you're just grinding away at getting everything packed up and ready to go. Whether you're hiring professional moving services or whether you're doing it yourself, this is that time that just gets to be like, oh crap, we got to be out of here in like 5 days or 6 days. We should have been packing out along the way, and maybe you have. At the same time, now you're like staging everything into the garage. You're getting everything ready to go in the moving truck or pods or whatever the case is that you're going to be doing. But it's that last major push right before closing day that you go through, and then after that's done and you sign the final documents, after you get those beautiful words that come to you from your trusted real estate advisor, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, your home is closed. It was a pleasure to work with you. How else can I help, right? So good job. These are the 7 emotional stages, 7 main emotional stages that you'll experience as a home seller. Now tell me what you're thinking about this in the comment section below. Which one of these 7 stages really kind of shocked you or stuck out in your mind? Tell us in the comment section below, along with what you experienced the last time you sold a home and how you overcame the emotion, and what your thoughts were on going through the home selling process with us in the comment section below. Thanks. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up my contact information. If you want to drop me a line to say hello or need help finding a top agent where you live, please let me know. Always enjoy hearing from you. Now, if you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. Number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help, because just like you, I'm sure you could think of just one other person right now that would really appreciate having the foreknowledge of the 7 emotional stages they're going to go through selling their home. Thank you. Please go ahead and share it with them. Now, in between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Thank you for watching today, team. See you soon.